Oh, is it? We're in? Is this it? All right.
That's kind of it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So we're, welcome to Frosties.
Welcome to Frosties. Starring Ratboy and the Shining Wizard.
Talking to Nick Frost, motherfuckers.
There you go.
Two George Costanzas,
two Jason Alexanders walk into a bar.
Two Randys.
Two Randys? So yeah, I broke in the whiz machine. I haven't had a whiz that good in quite a long time.
It's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
I mean, yeah. You ever had like a weak whiz? Like it feels like it's coming down hard, and then you go to it's just like, what?
I think I know what you mean. It's like, you know how like we have like a big tube. It's like a little like.
Yeah, it's. I don't even know what the indoor equivalent of that is in the anatomy, but it's like the tube, and you just got a little liquid in a large tube.
Yeah. And
it feels like it's got to come out, and then it goes just. So I don't know if a kidney stone's coming.
Oh.
Yeah, because apparently if you eat like shit, which I have, it comes relatively early in your adult life. So I'm hoping I don't have to piss out a grape later.
So you're telling me that if you're unhealthy, that unhealthy stuff happens to you.
I'm saying I know that people pass kidney stones, and I'm about 85% sure that I'm gonna have to pass a kidney stone, but I haven't yet.
My sister had it removed.
Removed? Like surgically removed?
I believe so.
Gross question. Did you actually get to see it?
I wasn't there.
No, I mean, like, did you see the actual stones?
No, she didn't take it. She didn't take pictures of it. At least not that I know of.
Have you seen kidney stones or gallstones or anything like that?
I've seen friends.
You seen their gallstones?
Sort of.
That's a very intimate moment to share between buddies.
No, I meant the show Friends.
Oh. I think Kramer also passed a kidney stone, right? And then it was the most horrific thing ever. Yeah. And then that's when I knew, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be me someday.
And then you start spewing out things that were cut off the air. My
teenage years of filling my body with janitor bottles of Pepsi and Sprite.
God.
You know what a janitor bottle is?
No.
Did we have this conversation before?
I don't think so.
Okay, so janitor bottles is what me and some friends, that's what we call the 1 liter bottles of soda that they have. Oh. And the reason we call it that is because the only other people on this planet that I've seen drink that size of soda are janitors. I remember seeing school custodians mopping up puke with the Fruity Pebbles powder. You know what I'm talking about, right? The Fruit Loops powder. That's what it looks like, and that's what it smells like after they throw it over the puke. Oh. And they all have the big unnecessary keychain, and then the giant janitor bottle, either in their free hand or in their ass pocket.
Wait, is it meant for cleaning? Cleaning as a cleaning supply, or
what, the Fruit Loops powder?
Or whatever the fucking shit is on their ass cheek.
Oh no, the janitor bottle? No, that's for them. That's the drink. It's a liter. It's a full liter of Pepsi. It's more than anybody should drink at once.
Jesus. So that's in you.
No, it's not. One of those is not in me. At least 50 of those are in me over the past 8 years.
God.
Granted, it's been a while. I haven't done that in a while. That was Street Fighter Online tournament at 2 a.m. and the bathroom's right around the corner. Kind of convenience. Yeah. It's it's a shit factory is what it is. It's bad. So I'm pretty sure I have molar sized stones that are just waiting to exit my my urethra.
I mean, I have come to your house a couple of times and I've seen fucking boxes of empty boxes of pizza and
That's not me anymore. wait. It's not me anymore, but I am mature enough to take accountability for that. That was once me. It got so bad, dude. It got so bad to the point where I would just be needlessly bummed out from like a day at work. 'Cause this is when I was working at the zoo. That was prime time Pizza Louis. Prime time Pizza Louis was during my zoo days.
Pepe Louis.
Yeah, Pepe Lou. Luigi's. Nice to meet you. Give me all the pizza. So like I would literally wait until like 12 o'clock Wednesday night going into Thursday. And every single payday on the payday I would get late night pizza. Yeah. Either I'd go with Papa John's and just get literally anything that my taste buds would crave for Papa John's. Or I would just go to my pizza default, which is just $5.99 Domino's. So I would literally just buy this and get like one or two of my siblings who were still up, and we would just tear it together.
That's pretty much like every time I visit my sister, we get like a shit ton of pizza and we just scarf that shit down.
It's like, all gone.
It's all gone.
It's not meant to stay. It's not meant to last 2 hours after you've purchased it. After it's arrived at your house.
Speaking of pizza, when I was waiting for your ass, like I was like in the fucking, it wasn't the fucking
the trenches
of Bronx Terminal for 3 hours.
The trenches of Bronx Terminal Mall.
I was there for fucking 3 hours. While waiting there, I was like, damn, I'm fucking hungry. There in the Target in there's a fucking there's a Starbucks and a Pizza Hut
together.
Like side by side. So
that sounds horrible.
I haven't had like pizza in like fucking decade. In like a decade, I've like years. I've never fucking had.
So you're saying when you woke up this morning, you hadn't had pizza in a decade?
No.
What you just said?
Pizza Hut.
Oh, Pizza Hut specifically. Oh, I was lost for a second.
Fucking look at me. you think,
look at us.
You think I've never had pizza?
You think two Nick Frosts haven't had pizza in a decade? Come on now. Come on now.
All they fucking served was like personal pizzas.
I want to say that is grade A American fatism, where we have the gall to be like, all right, I want the feel of eating an entire pizza, but none of the shame of eating an entire pizza by myself. Like, here's this small circle.
But like, that's it too. Like, it's the fucking like, it's the size of like, kind of like smaller than like a fucking like record. Actually, it's like smaller like than this, like this shit.
Oh, okay. I mean,
it's a fucking small ass square. For fucking like 5.11, I took a bite at that shit and it was fucking like vile.
Oh.
Like I haven't like tasted pizza that vile in fucking years. I was so fucking ripped off.
They absolutely, first of all, price alone they ripped you off, because the circle that you just motioned to me now is literally like the size of a regular slice of pizza condensed into a circle.
You know you have it bad when you take a bite. There's like a bit of like a musk to it.
Hold on.
Like
never, like, ever, when you're describing the taste of anything, should you ever be able to describe the taste as a musk.
Like,
I hope I go into my grave never having to taste musk in my life. Because
like the fucking the cheese was like fucking. I remember I keep like thinking of like it was like someone on the podcast was saying they had like a pizza that tasted like dried glue and cardboard. But I kept thinking that I was like fucking munching on this like super oily little shit, and they never made it fresh. No, I mean like when they took it, they legit just threw it in a pile
that's
and
like,
gave it to me.
That's on par with like 7-Eleven pizza, where it's just kind of like sitting there curling in the warm. It's not an oven.
It was not. It wasn't hot either. Like it was slightly hot, but like it legit like I said, you feel like I feel like the little musk of it in the top of my mouth that isn't like this doesn't register as pizza.
No one out musks the Hut.
It's legit. I never want to fucking go there again. I like.
Oh man.
I fucking like. I was so sad.
It's the most depressing experience.
I spent enough I like to just like man up and finish it. It was a salad
That's a man up. It's like, all right, I gotta pull through.
Because I was too lazy to fucking just like go. I was too lazy to fucking like go to a diner that was like not even that far off from the Yankee Stadium.
I would have said
like they had like a fucking like nice ass like sandwiches and fucking soups. No, I had a fucking personal pizza from fucking Pizza Hut.
Fresher foods like that from outside, which sounds like an oxymoron. Fresh food from outside, but
yeah, where do they come from?
It's only what's the word? Amplified by you already consuming shit, literal shit, and now it's just sitting in your stomach, waiting to curdle its way out.
I want to die.
Oh man,
I'm dreading like when I have to go take a shit like afterwards.
I'm surprised you haven't like gone to shit already.
Yeah. No.
You said it was a Pizza Hut next to a Starbucks.
Yes.
That's a combination that will tear through your ass. It will leave your body faster than it went in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
But yeah, not so long ago, I was literally shoving probably hundreds of carbs into my body every other Wednesday night. Then I had horrible high cholesterol, and I had to stop. because apparently, dietary wise, until very recently, I'm just a fucking child. And can't stop myself from the sheer convenience of I can get it now. Oh man, I cannot do that. Yeah. But yeah, that Domino's was my go-to once upon a time.
I remember like when I on like on my off day, it was like when I was like pretty low. It was like the first time I ever had like a fucking like a small size pizza by myself.
A small pizza?
Like a small pie.
Oh, okay.
Myself. No fucking Pizza Hut bullshit, but it was just like...
Oh, like a mom and pop place?
Like a mom and pop, like $8.
Gotcha.
Like, I vomited afterwards.
So can we just agree that all personal pizza is just kind of eh?
No, it's because I tried to eat the entire thing in less than an hour.
Oh. You couldn't eat it in an hour? Was it good?
It was good. That was delicious.
It was good till it came back up.
I was like, yo, I did. I looked at myself. I was like, yo, I ate an entire fucking pizza.
I could probably go through an entire medium pizza by myself in under an hour.
I can't go through that anymore.
You probably shouldn't, but I will.
I didn't think we were gonna like spend like fucking 15 minutes
talking about pizza. Yeah, fat assing it up, talking about the pizza. Yeah, I gotcha. I know. I figured as such. It started from the stones. Yeah, they look like molars. Kidney stones look like fucking molars because like the I think it has something to do with the calcium, but it's like the same kind of calcium that's in your teeth.
Like they crystallize in a way.
That's exactly what it is.
It's terrifying.
So if you Google kidney stones, somewhere on that first page, you'll look at what looks like an open kidney or pancreas or something, and it's just what looks like slightly brown teeth, multiple inside there. And I'm just like, oh great. So if you guys ever want to get on a diet, I suggest starting with an image search of kidney stones. Yeah, it's not fun. And if you never pissed out a gallstone, I hope you never have to. And if you have, I hope I never have to join you. But I probably will, and it will probably be very soon.
I'll be there with you. I'll hold your hand.
I'll hold your hand. We'll hold each other's hands in adjacent urinals.
Bleeding.
Yeah,
the blood brothers.
Different level blood brothers. The next level.
It's like the losers pact and fucking Edge is like you just like see the blood dripping out your dick is like, well, let's make a pact to never do this again.
It's alright, we're both clean. Locked in with destiny. It had to be a distant handhold though, because you still got to leave the free urinal between us.
Yeah.
I love how that's just like one of like the unsung rules of society. You better not be pissing in adjacent urinals.
Honestly, I don't give a shit. Like,
I remember when you were a kid, it was like, all right, that's the gay urinal.
yeah, the gay toilet.
It's the gay toilet.
Every time in fucking like grade school, every time I fucking visit, I always, and that's how I knew, like, that's how like I got pretty good at least like knowing what day it was, because I always fucking count like which is the gay toilet.
How fucking moronic is it for you to walk into a public restroom, be it inside a school, whatever, what have you? You go into a urinal, you know you have to pee. You've been holding it for at least an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to hold it longer than, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So you're a kid, you have to pee like you've never had to pee in your life. You go into the bathroom and walk back out because of 3 free urinals, 2 are taken. Can't do it. They'll never look at me the same.
If it's like 1, you're fucked.
Yeah, because someone's
so
gonna know.
Constantly gay.
Someone's gonna know.
No, I've told you this before. Like I fucking like the fucking shit like happened in high school.
Go ahead.
Or like it was math class, senior year. I wanted to take a piss. I've told you this already. A kid before me like already went out. Like I had to like fucking wait until he comes back.
Yeah, that fucking tyrant dictator society shit of only one person goes into the restroom at a time.
No wonder high school is bullshit. But like, what
do you expect high schoolers to do in a urinal in a restroom that you can't send more than one at once?
Masturbate.
In school though? You know. Oh my god.
No, but like I was waiting there for like fucking 10, like even more than that, 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And like it's like the dude was like been gone for so long, and the teacher was like, yeah, fuck it. Like,
he just skipped class.
No, it's just like just go take a piss. And as soon as I fucking walked in, I see him playing dice with his friends in the fucking bathroom.
Were they gambling?
I guess
Like, did they have, like, money out or chips or something like that?
They were fucking throwing dice and shit. They were fucking, like, in the bathroom throwing fucking dice, and there was me with a fucking full bladder, ready to fucking Niagara Falls to my fucking
I have an entire test tube full of piss.
In khakis.
Ah! You can't whiz on yourself.
Like, you can't do that.
It'll stain the pants.
Like,
move. Move out the way now. On the subject of for lack of a better term, public masturbation.
Sure.
There was a notice that went around when I was in college. I went when I was upstate, and it was a literal notice because for entering freshmen, we had communal bathrooms. Now, once you get to like sophomore year, you can opt to have a certain on-campus housing that inside your room that you share with your roommates. There's a bathroom.
Yeah.
But if you're freshman, you have a communal bathroom.
Like it's just like a big ass bathroom.
It is a larger, slightly better version of a school bathroom. This fucking freshman dorm, because I was in one of 3. My building was meant to house, I want to say, 150 to 200 people. We had an extra 150 people.
Oh, okay.
They took 2-person rooms, and because there was such an influx of students that year, they stuck an extra person into each room.
Ooh.
So we're looking at about 450 to 500 students.
Fucking cool.
Perhaps 450 to 600.
It's not dangerous?
It should be illegal. I'm almost certain it's illegal. We got rebates for that actually. For our housing, so we actually got a portion of what we paid back.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It actually ended up working in my favor because I used it to pay any outstanding balance that I had. Awesome. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm it's a wash. It's a wash out here.
So you were saying about the communal bathrooms?
Yeah, the communal bathrooms. So there's 3 shower stalls.
Oh,
these are not. Yeah, we had 3 shower stalls, and when I kid you not, if I were to stand on top of this folding chair, maybe give me an extra 3 inches all around. That's the size of the stall. These stalls are not big guy friendly. 3 of them. I never felt like I could take a legit shower. It was very depressing. I had to constantly use the actual tub that was in the communal bathroom.
It just makes you think of like fucking like high school trauma is like you're like stuck in a locker.
I never got pushed into a locker because how the fuck would I fit?
Yeah, me neither. Because they're fucking like tiny anyway. But
hey, yeah. But great.
Cool. We're not fucking bigger. We're bigger than 3.
We're too big to be bullied. Nice. Sweet.
Still happened. Still happened anyway.
Oh, it never happened to me. Never happened to me. I was too busy being a fucking shut-in. Anyways.
So pretty much your fucking like your dorm place was like fucking like giving giant notice saying like was it because the fucking like the drains in the shower were clogged?
That's exactly what it was.
I keep like seeing this shit.
Remember what I told you? Like,
yeah,
it had to be the size of a closet. These shower stalls, and it was 3 of them. There was a notice going around, not just our freshman dorm, but all the freshman dorms, to minimize, not stop, minimize masturbation inside the fucking communal bathrooms, because it got to a point that the drains from the shower stalls, because they weren't cleaned as regularly, they started to get filled and then clogged with stale semen. I want to make sure that comes out on the audio output. Yeah, stale fucking semen. Keep in mind, I did not have the balls to masturbate in my own room, much less in the communal bathroom, because you're never fucking alone. There's a whole entire extra person in this room. You're never gonna have time to beat off.
They could just be frauding or something.
Yeah, you better fucking go to a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I didn't feel like I had a legit shower until I came back home. It's horrible.
You know what? Thinking now, I think that could be the taste of the pizza I had. It probably tasted like fucking
dried. No, not dried. It's stale semen.
Stale semen.
Oh, no one out Siemens the Hut.
No one Siemens the nuts.
Oh, no one out pizzas the nut. There we go.
So greasy.
We've got their catchphrase now. We're set.
Oh man, we're so fucking original.
But yeah, that it's not fun. Not fun times.
No, you never like masturbated publicly out here.
Publicly masturbated? Now, all right, now I'm pretty sure the answer's no. I should know that the answer's no if it's no. But just for the sake of the combination, define public.
Literally,
like not in your house.
Outside of houses, like literally,
like not even outside of your house. Outside of houses.
Because I mean, if you're fucking like jacking off like in your fucking friend's place, is it really like that's public?
That to me is already like out of my realm of comfort. Like I was the kid that when I started to beat off, I had to make sure like no one was in my house.
I mean like fucking like shower stuff.
No one is in my house and I still have my headphones in. Like that was my level of I'm not doing this publicly.
Awesome.
Jeez.
Yeah. I never done it. I'm like too fucking cowardly to do that shit.
I was really young when that happened too. I was very young.
I was like 11.
He was 11. That was your first time jacking it?
Yeah.
You were 11?
Or 12.
You were 11?
I think. It was middle school. Cause listen, before that shit, I was exposed to porn when I was like fucking 8.
When you were 8?
When I was like 8. Cause like, it was either like, I think I told you this
Are
before.
we going into the Cinemax conversation? Is that what we're talking about?
No, but I had a cousin. Like he has like his own computer. He was like the only one in the apartment.
Oh, so your first induction to porn is internet porn,
sort of. But before that, there was like fucking like a lot of my like legit like in the fucking like circle of like my fucking like uncles, even my dad.
Yeah,
they had like a bunch of like DVDs. Oh. So I remember like one sleepover where like I was like, it was like one sleepover. I was like sitting like, was just like looking through a pile of DVDs. I see like fucking like Power Rangers, Finding Nemo, butt fuck sluts 4 or something like that. Like it's legit. You see like fucking like Dora.
I got a Bug's Life. I got the first season of Pokemon.
It's like,
I got Cross-Eyed Sluts 36. Yeah.
You got Ohego Fantasy.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was one of the instances. I fucking introduced shit early on, so that shit wasn't like new to me when I was like, okay, I see this shit happening there. Now let's do it here.
It's like, how do I translate that to this? How do I work with this thing? And then in hindsight, it's very simple. It's very straightforward. All dick maintenance is very straightforward. Just, you lather it with whatever good high grade soaps you have, and when it's time to polish the monkey, you really have whatever at your disposal to go, whatever technique you may have. Also, it wasn't until very recently, and I say very recently, I mean like in the past maybe year or so, that like I legitimately, like unironically watched like regular like straight porn. Mm-hmm. My entire life since the beginning I knew porn existed, I would specifically seek out lesbian porn. Only lesbian porn. Okay. Like I didn't want to see another dude in that picture at all. Yeah, that took me. I don't know if the idea.
I was the exact same for a while.
It's very simple thinking. Like, all right, what's better than one of these girls? Two of them, doing an assortment of things.
Yeah, but it doesn't involve your. So they just fucking like they made adjustments.
Yeah.
They get fake. They get the dongle. They strap the shit on.
They connect their. Oh no! I wouldn't even watch that.
Really?
No, yeah. I'm not talking like. I'm not talking one chick pegging the other. I can't. Not that. I'm talking like. I don't even think I knew that was a thing, like until when I would normally figure that out.
Sure.
But like, I'm talking like it's literally like two chicks, and if they're not fucking scissoring each other. It's one's behind the other doing like the two and the pink.
The slick.
Yeah. Okay. You know, you get down there, you have your chow, then she comes back up and it's finger time. If she's not fucking thrusting her non-dick. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for a long time I could only watch girl on girl porn. Couldn't do straight porn. Like the minute the other guy's in the picture, I'm out. Like the captain goes back to sleep.
Even if it's like a POV where you try to where you can like imagine it's you with the
like if it's just like him.
Yeah.
I can't do that either. I'm too aware. I know that's not my dick. I'm too aware.
I knew it was not the size of a walrus.
In a way, you're imagining yourself as the would-be voyeur in this scene. I'm not trying to watch a naked dude in any facet. I was like, you cannot. That is an automatic no thank you. So yeah.
That's the strangest thing I've ever heard from you.
Yeah, I know. We're getting to know each other very well in this series of events. But yeah. Automatically just like, nah.
I mean, I've been new, but like
I'm telling you, man. She's just that girl on girl. It's great. I'm watching this for fantasy. What better fantasy is that? If it's gonna be a dude in the fucking video, why shouldn't it be me? That'd be me. I'll be in there. If you can find a way to put me in there, then fine. I'll still be uncomfortable because I'm like, how the fuck did I get there?
VR though?
VR, I don't think I can do VR. I don't think I can do VR. It's too intimate with it not being the real thing. I'm gonna be constantly aware of that, and I'll be mentally shaming myself the whole way through to the point where it wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth it for me.
Wait, you mean like not say you're desensitized, like you're just like out of the immersion.
What do you mean? Yeah, like exactly. Like I know what I can't get into a mode where if I'm watching porn, I can't get into a mode where it's like, oh, I'm actually here and I'm excited like that. I can only get like that if I'm actually about to fuck.
Sure.
but like just pounding one out, I'm too aware of the fact that in all reality, it's just me pounding one out.
Yeah, you kind of think about it. Like at least you see like you see the perspective, like of like the viewer. Like you see this blonde lady just like
this blonde lady. Well, I prefer brunettes.
Okay, so brunette McCurdy comes in like
brunette McCurdy. Equal parts. Oh yeah and oh no. But continue.
But anyway, brunette Magoo spreads your legs and goes to fucking town with you. That's your viewing. But then you see like a sort of cold. Like, you see another perspective, like a very cold, very dark cave. The only lit part is the fucking VR in you. It's like, I'm just imagining that's probably how I would feel like if I was like fucking do like VR porn.
VR porn?
Because I knew, like, in reality, it's just be, like, I'd be, like, a complete sad fuck, just sitting there.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, is that I'm too aware of the fact that even if I'm visually seeing brunette Magoo in this fucking visor, all it is me with glasses on pounding myself. It's not the same.
It's not hot.
It's not hot at all. It's very depressing. And I have a tendency to depress myself as it is, so I'm just like, I'm not doing it. I can't do pocket pussies either. Keep those away from me. The fleshlights, can't do them. It's not there. If I'm not doing the real deal, man, I might as well I'm just gonna vanilla pound it. That's it.
All right.
No lube. Dry guy. Straight dry guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I can dry guy it. And I'm not a serial killer.
You know.
But yeah, I don't want to make a moment out of it. That's not my intention. Yeah. My intention is to feel less like I want to fuck than I do before I do it. Sure. That is my goal. My one goal. I keep it very simple for myself.
Okay. All right.
So I can get through with it and then go with the rest of my day. Yeah.
So what movies have you seen?
I'll be real with you. You have an amazing collection of stuff here. I have like, as we've been talking, I've been pointing out certain movies that like I personally enjoy. Mm-hmm. Like Pulp Fiction is easily in my top 5. Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
I do too.
I'm a big Jay and Silent Bob fan, so Clerks is another good one for me. That's an immediate yes. Nacho Libre, guilty pleasure of mine. I legitimately love that movie.
I don't even see it as a guilty pleasure. I legit think it's a good movie.
Nacho Libre is the fucking shit. I love that movie.
It's a really fun movie. I really love like the fucking dynamics of those fucking characters. I fucking love it.
It's so good. There was a point in which I had the Religious Man song just consistently stuck in my head. Yeah, and the only way to So I got to a point where I actually had to listen to the song at least 3 or 4 times, like on a bus ride, to get it out of my head, and it was a very satisfying experience. Yeah, I really did enjoy it. Go ahead.
I was like, I feel like it. Like I'm happy at least like for like the collection I have, but like legit, if you see like the fucking Top Shelf, that's all I haven't seen.
On the top?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I haven't seen. I haven't seen it fucking for. I picked up, but I never fucking played it.
So these up here.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna run through this really quick. Mm-hmm. I see Revenge of the Sith. Now people are very divisive on Revenge of the Sith. I personally love it. I think it's awesome.
If I really want to fucking talk about like the prequels, like I've only seen like the first 2 with my buddies. We were just like riffing the first one, and the second one we're just dying.
I'll be real with you. If I were to order the prequels, because in my head, the with the exception of Revenge of the Sith, the prequels don't match up to the original trilogy. No. And nobody's gonna disagree with me on that.
There's a double down. Honestly, like despite like all like the fucking like dumb shit from the first one, I do find some like enjoyment like out of it. Or at least mostly just from seeing this thing just completely flop together. Or at least it's just like fun fodder, just a riff with friends. Like that's like the best for me. That's the best
for the prequels. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
For the first one.
Just the first one.
Just the first one.
The second one, it goes on and on and on. Like it's important, right? For chronology's sake, Attack of the Clones is important.
Yeah.
You get to see Anakin start to grow into himself before he goes into transitioning into the Sith in the third movie, and you get to see his relationship with Padme and all that, and it's like, that's cool. It is of the three movies the hardest to sit through. Yes,
boring.
I've heard people say that the first one is the worst. Phantom Menace, I absolutely disagree.
Yeah,
absolutely disagree. The Attack of the Clones is definitely the driest of the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I think I've seen like the second one like recently. It was like a few months ago. So it was my first time experiencing it.
Okay.
And with all that said, like I think it definitely made a monumental. It kind of made I'm not really that big of a Star Wars fan either. I've seen like the movies, like, yeah, they're pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Well, keep in mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I even like barely see I've only seen New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
That's 4 and 5.
That's 4 and 5. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've barely seen 6, but I know what the fuck happens.
Were they called episode 4, 5, and 6 before 1, 2, and 3 came out? No, right? It was just.
Yeah, it was just like
Star Wars, A New Hope, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, A New Hope. Yeah. No, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, the first one was just Star Wars.
Well, for us, right, the timeline for us, we were born a good ways after the original trilogy.
Yeah.
When we were starting to go into kindergarten, that's when Phantom Menace came out.
Yeah. I do not understand. One thing that's I do find baffling to me. I don't know why. I go through the DVD collection my dad has.
Yeah.
He only has the first first 2 prequels, and no other fucking Star Wars movie.
So between the two of you because I'm looking at Revenge of the Sith up there, you have the prequels, but you guys do not have the original trilogy.
We have no originals in this fucking household at all.
I mean, thankfully now, especially with Disney, you can catch them all pretty easily. Yeah. But it's still good to have the physical, man. Right. I'll never be on team digital over physical. I like to feel what I have, what I'm in possession of.
I would say that too, but I'm also fucking lazy in terms of just I have to fucking go through this shit.
Of course, the convenience of it.
Yeah.
But aside from that, nah, because I like to entertain the conspiracy theory of one day the internet shuts down. Yeah. And with it, all of the fucking services, so you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
So it would come in handy to have the originals.
Yeah. At least I'm on a hard drive. But yeah, the second film was fucking monumental to me to be one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It's one of the worst.
Even as a non-fan, it's the most droggy bullshit I've ever seen. The other thing that I just remember now. There was a movie called Thunderbirds Are Go. I don't know
I've heard of it. I've never had the privilege of seeing it.
Thunderbirds was a television series from the 60s where it had marionettes. It's kind of what predated Team America.
Oh.
They wanted to do something make a parody of the Thunderbirds. Before also trying to do The Day After Tomorrow, but in puppet form, which I think is the funniest idea ever.
He said it's the version.
But I tried I put it. I had a DVD.
Right.
I bought it at Dollar General. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I put it on. I immediately fucking fell asleep. Even if I fucking Thank God there was a fucking option for the P4 where I could just at least tap the fast forward and it could still play, you can still hear it. It was such a fucking drag, just fucking 2 hours of fucking marionettes and shit. It's either you probably have to be a really big fan or a fucking boring piece of shit.
You have to just wake up and wash your face and do your morning routine, so there's no chance of you going back to sleep.
Even then, you probably wouldn't need fucking more coffee for that shit. It's so fucking dry.
All right. So I can. All right. So with episode 2, right? I can enjoy it because I like learning about the origin of Boba Fett.
Sure.
Because when I was younger, I thought Boba Fett was super awesome.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, even though in reality he doesn't really do all that much in the movie.
It's the fucking.
You have to dig into the extended universe to see how, like, all right, actually cool Boba Fett is.
Honestly, like, even in the original trilogy, I thought like Boba Fett was like kind of. It was kind of lame.
You thought it was kind of lame?
Well, he was cool in, like, Empire Strikes Back, but, like, at the fucking Return of the Jedi was the funniest fucking death scene I've ever seen.
It is... I don't know what it is with the Fett and just dying so abruptly out of nowhere. Because then if you watch Attack of the Clones, when Jango Fett gets killed, it's like that. Like, Mace Windu just, like, is in the middle of a fight. You just got... It's a smash cut to Mace Windu fighting some of the troopers, and then he just, like, one swoop decapitates Jango Fett's head.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's the funniest. That's the funniest shit too. Like,
it's like, what the fuck?
Like, it's like how in fucking, like, Forrest Gump, like it's how in Forrest Gump where fucking or Lieutenant Dan,
yeah,
like, his fucking father and grandfathers before him, they always, like, die in war.
Yeah,
it's exactly how the fuck it was with, like, Boba Fett to me.
Right, it's exactly. But it's just so immediate. They build up this character the whole first half of the movie.
Yeah,
they're on this planet. He's chilling on this planet. This entire fucking race of super intelligent aliens are using his DNA to create a vast army of these trained super killers. And they all look like Jango Fett. So they're building up how fucking, like, cool this guy is.
So wait.
You see, also that's when you learn that his son is also a clone, but he's just like, he has the regular growth cycle.
Sure.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. So Boba Fett is literally just another Jango Fett, like, verbatim.
I wouldn't remember because I fell asleep at parts.
Understandable. But yeah, so they spend that movie, like, building up, like, his ability, just like periodically, because they kind of come back to it. When he's finally there in the gladiator pit, it's like, all right, you see him do damage for, like, all of maybe 6 minutes collectively, and then it's just instant Sam Jackson just decapitates him in front of his son also, and I'm just like, what? Why?
It's really, it's kind of where I'm glad, like, the Mandalorian, like, exists.
Oh, the Mandalorian's fucking awesome. Space Geralt of Rivia is fucking awesome. I dig him so much.
Like that's the one, like, that's the character, like, I wanted Boba Fett to, even though it's not Boba Fett.
No, it's not.
Obviously, like, it's not Boba Fett, or, like, it's not even Jango Fett or whatever.
It's a Mando.
It's a Mando.
But his ability is what you'd expect to have seen from Boba Fett.
It's the coolest shit. Like, he's a literal bounty hunter.
He has the generic 80s catchphrases that just always manage to hit. We've got you 4-1. I like those odds. Yes. To the point. And then he kills him. It's so good.
I've only seen, like, the first 2 episodes. So, like, the fucking shootout in the second episode was like...
I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Absolutely give it a watch. It is a great series, and anybody who hasn't seen it should definitely give it a watch.
Yeah.
And if you just want to watch it for the meme, Baby Yoda is adorable. There's also a scene where a trooper just straight up punches him in the face.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
it's like late in the series, like literally around the season finale or whatever.
Yeah.
Just decks a fucking baby.
They deck the child.
That's fucking...
He just straight up serves the child a knuckle sandwich. Like, he got bit, and I guess he wasn't ready for it, so he's just like, oh! And just, like, gut reaction socks it in the face.
Oh, thanks, Jon Favreau.
Yeah! And I'm just like, how? I'm like, how did you take that?
From the director of Chef.
Oh, man.
From the director, from the starter of the MCU and fucking Chef. Baby Yoda gets fucking decked.
The child gets socked in the fucking mouth. But yeah, I can't. Of the prequels, I would very much try to skip over the second one.
Yeah.
And, like, I watched them all together recently now that they have Disney's doing it.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, super fucking good. I enjoyed watching The Phantom Menace. I liked seeing Liam Neeson.
Sure. Qui-Gon
Jinn is fucking awesome to me. He's just a super... To me, he's like... He's literal bro god of the Jedi to me.
I just remember, like... It was like fucking Liam Neeson and like the dude who plays fucking
Obi-Wan, yeah. Young Obi-Wan.
I just fucking love the fucking thing where he's just fucking keeps falling. He just like falls down a fucking platform. And he made like a fucking meme where he just keeps like falling and falling.
The same platform over and over again.
He just keeps falling. He just keeps slipping.
Yeah, Anakin goes through some shit. This is the entirety of the trilogy. He started off a fucking slave on some junked planet
with a very concerning stereotype.
Yeah, with prophecy level ability.
He pretty much like he was like given like all the full like prophecy. He was treated like a fucking god essentially. At least for
not really. I would argue that his entirety of his existence before he becomes Vader, he's always like undersold. I think the only person that shot him at a higher potential than anyone would be like Qui-Gon, because Qui-Gon's the reason he became he got into Jedi training.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, but like I guess I keep forgetting shit, but it's all no, it's not necessarily the characters, but more so just like the story, the feel of it is like they look at this child like, yeah, this dude's gonna be like fucking. I mean, literally,
yeah, he's the chosen one. He's the prophecy.
Chosen one. Like literally at the end of the movie, like he fucking like he goes on a fucking spaceship and fucking just blasts the fucking
as a kid.
As a fucking 8-year-old, like that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard.
But it's awesome. And when I saw Phantom Menace originally when I was younger, I didn't remember everything, but I was able to remember like watching him as a kid blow up the inside of that station. I was just like, that's fucking.
It's like sure, that's cool, but just imagine like the Sith, like the fucking Sith, like that's I'm thinking of that.
They
like,
let a whole child into the fucking deck.
This one dumb child,
one dumbass
who hasn't seen like outside land.
Who hasn't seen freedom until all of 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. who only rode a fucking like space bike. Fucking shoot down a fucking army.
Fucking clean house.
Clean house. Like this, like you are like you're pathetic. Like
they kind of were, honestly. Until the events of the third movie, the Sith are a joke. The enemies are a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other thing that I remember from when I originally watched the first Phantom Menace has to be the decoy Amidala, not Natalie Portman. You know what I'm talking about? How recently have you seen the Phantom Menace?
It was like a month ago.
Okay. So you know how there's in the first movie there's 2 Padmes.
Sure. I'm also bad with names, so at least I'm bad.
Padme's Natalie Portman.
Okay.
You know who Natalie Portman is, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Jane Foster before she was Jane Foster. Black Swan before she was Black Swan.
Sure.
Okay. So that Natalie Portman. So Natalie Portman is actually Padme.
Okay.
But because she's so young, to sort of give her a sense of status among everyone else in the setting.
That's right.
She has a decoy.
Wasn't she like she was like fucking like 16 or something?
I think she was younger. I think she was like 12 in the first movie. Shit. Yeah, she was like 12, 11 or 12. But she had a decoy, which was like an older girl.
Yeah, like
and she was in place.
Oh, she poses for them. She's like
exactly. She was the figurehead.
Okay, I see.
She was the figurehead of Naboo. But to everyone else, that was the queen, even though Natalie Portman is the queen.
Okay.
I thought the decoy queen was super hot, by the way.
But
like all that extraness, I was like, oh, that's super good. The gown and the headdress, I'm like, what fucking geisha goddess is this?
I'm trying to remember, like, I forgot it was like Natalie Portman or the decoy that was like sort of hitting on fucking like.
No. It was actually I don't even know. I'm not even 100% sure if it was Natalie Portman yet. I think it was Natalie Portman in the second movie, but that girl, like the actual queen, is the one that was talking to Anakin. Like the actual queen.
Yeah.
Not the decoy.
Not the decoy. Yeah.
Because she was posing as one of her handmaidens.
It was still fucking weird, just kind of seeing like a fucking 12-year-old kind of hit on like a fucking
an 8-year-old child. Yeah, it's odd. But for a kid Anakin, he's like, who the fuck is this? He's seen nobody of his own species.
You know what?
You can't blame him.
Like, you know what? I can see it now. I can see it.
You
now.
understand it now, right?
Because I was seeing it in the lens of a fucking of an adult.
If you look at it from the lens of Padme, yes, it's weird. It's very weird because she's definitely hitting puberty before he is. Yeah, so it's weird.
That's just creepo.
It's borderline creepo. They're both kids, so it's already kind of weird to think of it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that difference is already. But with Anakin, from his perspective, it's like, oh no, I totally get it.
It's like wow, the cute girl on the next planet.
It's like wow, boobs. That's what those are.
I mean, she even had fucking. Why am I saying it? Like, what the fuck am I talking about?
It's in the point of view of him. You get the point. Yeah. But
whatever.
There's a lot of things that just don't get explained all the way, especially in the prequels of the Star Wars movies. And then it's just like you don't put that much thought into it.
No.
If you do, you'll sit there racking your head about it forever, or wondering how they got away with it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Another Blades of Glory. Another Blades of Glory. Another movie that I enjoy would be Blades of Glory. Just specifically for the performance that they do for Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Sure. And
also the scene where they're interviewing the people about the first all male skating duo.
Sure.
And the vendor guy is like, I want to show you something. Does this look right to you? And it pans down. It's a hot dog bun with 2 hot dogs in it. It's like, That's the fucking ridiculous.
What?
That's some shit that would only work in that mid-2000s timeline. That would not hold up in a public forum in 2020.
No.
It would not.
Oh my god, like speaking of that, like
go ahead.
I'm just thinking of fucking Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh my god.
Have you seen
that? That is the first movie that I remember watching where I was like, I fucking love this movie. And then
I hate it.
You hate it?
I don't like this movie at all.
I fucking love that movie. I enjoy it as like a cult classic now, but as a child when I first saw it, I was legitimately in love with that movie.
Sure, like if I was like in fucking like even like in middle school, high school, I probably would have like enjoyed a whole lot more. But like seeing it now, like is so fucking like bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
You miss a lot watching it when you were younger.
Also pretty problematic. Like,
yeah,
parts.
That's one way to put it for sure.
There were parts where like, yeah, it really was like fucking problematic, and like there were like a whole bunch of like it just.
There's so many things that happen in that movie that if you're watching it under a certain age, you just completely miss.
But even
then, when Ashton Kutcher gets pulled to the side by that chick in the club. Who turns out to
be trans, yeah.
Right? Turns out to be trans, and then like the voice drops out of nowhere. I don't remember. I didn't remember that until I watched it later.
That was fucking like
the bulge in the panties.
Wow.
I never remembered that. My child mind completely disregarded that. I just remember seeing Ashton Kutcher freak out because the voice was deep, and then just like finding that funny because you're a kid. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes on there. Yeah.
Like the part
that would another thing would not hold up.
Oh no, definitely not.
Not at all.
Like the part that really fucked me up. I think I was watching it with Joseph. Like we were both like staring at the TV as we see this giant lady. This like lady turned into a fucking giant and ate a man alive. So pretty much you have like fucking full on DeviantArt voring in the fucking
yeah. Yep, full on vor porn.
Not only, oh my god, like in the end when they fucking save the world, I forgot how the fuck they
That's
did
also
it.
A weed movie.
I hate it.
Like, it's also like that's why that level of shit was happening in that movie. It's very much a weed movie.
Yes, yeah.
Because they fucking smoke weed. They're stoners.
True.
Which I also didn't take into account until I saw it a little bit later.
when you first tried weed, like, were you like hoping like is that shit would happen?
No, it was like I didn't even know what to expect. Because honestly, the way it was for me, I didn't even seriously consider smoking until perhaps maybe a week before I actually did.
Okay.
And the first time would probably be akin to when Craig smokes in the first Friday movie.
Sure.
You see how, like, did you remember that, like, scene? So, like, basically everything is funny. Whatever you're focusing on becomes hyper-focused in, like, this 4K resolution. Okay. And then everything behind you is just kind of, like, melding into a swirl. Like it's some fucking crazy fever dream that Van Gogh is having. Okay. And it just kind of blurs behind you, and everything is hilarious. Okay. Everything that is remotely entertaining becomes hilarious. Okay. It's great. It doesn't end up feeling like that until you go months without smoking. Because you have to, like, actually let all that shit, like THC, leave your system and stuff. Sure. Because otherwise, it's literally you're just riding a perpetual high. Okay. Yeah, but as far as like the weed isms, that's what Dude, Where's My Car is definitely all about. Okay. And I had no idea that they were fucking stoners, because I had no idea what a stoner was at the time. It's like a lot of stuff that just goes under the radar.
I'm like thinking of like fucking, like, it really is like the most like early 2000s movie I've ever fucking seen. You have like a fucking, like, you have, I think, like, it's smack dab in 2000. Yeah, like you fucking, like you have like the fucking you have like a chihuahua that was like getting aggressive, and then like the fucking the yoga dude just gives it fucking weed,
and it chills out. It mellows out.
It chills out. It's like, wow, cool. But like the stuff that was like baffling was the very fucking end where like they saved the world, the space police,
bubble butt,
the space Germans dudes. The space German dudes fucking gave them
space Germans.
Whatever, the space Garians gave them fucking necklaces that essentially just fucking expanded their girlfriend's tits.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's just so fucking. I was so fucking appalled with that shit, man.
You were appalled?
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
really? Well, like now? You mean you watch it now?
Well, now.
Okay. Well, okay. That's understandable.
I'm mostly seeing it as like as one of those like movies that like really triggers that kind of like. It's like how you see like a fucking like Looney Tunes or like all that kind of shit you see.
Yeah, as a kid, that's very fair.
Where it sparks up like some really weird fetish shit. Like you already have like
from a social political standpoint, it is very dated. Yeah, extremely dated. It is an item of its time, and that's it. Yeah. But like, and like now, of course, I can see that. Yeah. But the first few times, like me as a kid, like seeing that movie, sure. I was just happy to see Jennifer Garner with huge tits. I thought that was awesome. She became a lecturer like a year later. I was like, yeah, sick. That's awesome. You don't think about it at all. I was just, all right, cool. They're bigger now. Yeah. The collective innocence of the 2000s is long gone. We are in everyone's fucking face. Yeah. We see everything. And whatever you lay eyes on, you will be shamed for it. Yeah. It is just the way of the world now. Yeah. I mean, fuck it. At least I can watch it easier now if I so want to. I haven't seen that movie in fucking forever. I think the last time I saw that movie was in middle school. And I can't even like confidently say that. So it's been almost a decade since I've seen that movie. That means I probably at some point I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and see if I enjoy it as much as I did when I was younger. There's a very good chance I don't. Yeah. I think that's also why I don't want to watch it again. I think I can only watch the scene where they go into the drive-thru. And even then it's like I don't laugh hysterically. I just like chuckle at the novelty. Right. Because I remember me as a young kid watching Ashton Kutcher destroy the speaker box. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What was like an Asian lady?
No, and then that's that scene. Yeah. And then he just smashes the speaker.
That's right.
It was just him getting angry out of nowhere. And to me as a kid, someone getting angry out of nowhere is hilarious. It's like, oh, he snapped. That's wanton destruction if I've ever seen it. Yeah.
Very, very rarely do you see like those types of like stoner movies. Like,
Yeah, we're not gonna have that.
Like,
we're not gonna have that again. And if we do have it now, it's gonna be along the vein of How High.
What's that?
Oh, it's all right. Here's my version of that I think is good.
Okay.
Half Baked.
Okay.
I'm not doing a good job explaining this.
I was like,
it's a weed movie. Like they actually recently made a sequel to How High. It's called How High 2. But
they couldn't do How Higher.
The right, like a play on words. I'll give you an example. All right, so I'll just use How High 2 as an example.
Okay.
So it's starring is it Lil Yachty? I think it's Lil Yachty and DC Young Fly. That's the kind of weed movies that we're going to get.
Right.
That's the weed demographic now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fine. I still haven't seen How High 2. I'm not really itching to see it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not the stoner demographic that I would enjoy now. Like, if you gave me a Jay and Silent Bob movie now, I'd watch that. And it would still be sort of a nostalgia thing for me.
Did you do know like he made like a recent movie of that, right?
Wait. They made another Jay and Silent Bob movie?
They made a Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie. It's just called Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, but it's like a sequel.
Is it good? Have you seen it?
I've seen it and it's alright.
I watched it. It's definitely a movie. It definitely ran the runtime.
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob were in it.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, that's another thing too. We're in like the age of the remake.
Yeah.
And that's so hit or miss. At least if you think of like the track record of what's gone on in recent years, it's very hit or miss.
It's either like the remake or just a long awaited sequel. Do you remember like their fucking early 2010s when there was like fucking like sequel to like comedies from like old ass age, like fucking Dumb and Dumber 2 or fucking American, what was that fucking American Reunion?
Oh yeah, the American Pie sequel.
Yeah, like all those types of movies.
Yeah, and even then, it's like it's very clear that it's just for the audience and the people who watched the last movies.
Yeah,
because you just come back and the idea is supposed to be like, oh look, they're back. Like when they did another. All right, so then on that vein of conversation, Zoolander.
That's right. Yeah, sequel.
That's another movie that I love. Zoolander. That's a movie from that timeline that I can watch now and still enjoy.
I feel awful because I've only seen like the first like few minutes of it.
I've
only seen like the splash scene and the fucking the School for Ants.
Yes,
that's all I can remember. Like,
what is this? A center for ants.
Make it bigger.
How are they supposed to read if they can't fit inside the building? It's fucking great.
Like that's good. That's some good shit.
Good 2000 shit right there. They did a Zoolander too.
They did, yeah.
It's not the same. They tried to add some new people to kind of like bring a fresher audience. It didn't work. Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch in there, and he's he's in it. He's like some, I think he's like a German dude or something.
Okay.
And he's got like a short bob cut, comes out to like shoulder length.
Alright.
And he's like super clean shaven, so it's kind of uncomfortable to look at him.
After like seeing like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, exactly. After Doctor Strange, I can only see him with facial hair. I can't see him clean shaven. I can kind of, as Sherlock Holmes, when he was BBC's Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Like, alright, but then again, he's still kind of rugged because of the timeline. Yeah. But in that movie, he's like very oddly like porcelain bright, and there's no hair on his face, and it's just odd to look at him. The movie is underwhelming. It's just if you want to feel the pleasure of watching the Zoolander, just watch the first one.
Yeah, I have never heard of like any like sequel to like a long waited sequel to like comedy movies that have ever been good at all.
There has to be like one.
No. It's like, fuck no, what are you talking about there?
What even is there? We got what even is there? I don't ever The only thing that I think I would want to see as a sequel now from that timeline would probably be Tenacious D. Give Jack Black and Kyle Gass, give them full creative control of the script.
Hold that thought. I gotta take a wicked piss, man.
You should have taken a piss like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So do we like...
Yeah, you guys like leave it there.
So I just kind of do a big chill.
But yeah, like, haven't you like seen Post-Apocalypto?
Post-Apocalypto? So the sequel to Apocalypto?
No. Well, it's just like a Tenacious D album.
Oh, because we were on the subject of sequels, so I thought you meant like Apocalypto.
No,
well, like they did another one. I'm like, what?
Like that was
How do you make another one of those movies? That was such a definitive end to that movie. How do you make another one?
Apocalypto 2. The apocalypting, but
the apocalypting,
the apocalyptus tree. No, but like you didn't know fucking like Tenacious D made like had like a little they had like a little series like on fucking YouTube that essentially just like compiled into like a movie. It was like it's like shittily animated, but like it was pretty much like I think that was like what they were hoping to be like the next Tenacious D movie, like with like full actors and everything. But like I guess like no. It never
panned out.
It probably never panned out. So they decided like, you know what, fuck, we'll just do it ourselves. We'll just get like a bunch of we'll get like a sort of animatic type shit.
One second. Go ahead.
Surprised I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean I heard of their more recent albums, like the album that had Rise of the Phoenix.
That was like 2012, dude.
What? Are you serious?
Are you kidding me?
How the fuck?
How do you not know this?
How? How does... First of all, that's no way that's 2012.
Rise of the Phoenix.
How did we get here? What timeline did I step into?
Where the fuck were you? Like, they're always there. This ain't no Mandela effect. Don't do that shit on me.
You can't Mandela effect this.
Yeah, it was out in 2012. But yeah, it would be... I don't know. Like I'm curious. Like if they did like make like a sequel movie to how would they even like go for it?
I'm sure they can figure it out because the premise of the first one is paying the rent.
Yeah, like that's also fucking School.
Like
of
now
Rock.
they're trying to get a down payment on a house.
That's School of Rock.
That is the premise of a lot of Nacho Libre movies. Money for my house, even Nacho Libre.
Even though it's just like I need money so the kids could not
the
kids could not have diarrhea.
Oh my god. Like, Tenacious D, I need money for my house for me and my roommate. School of Rock, I need money for these kids for their house of learning. Nacho Libre, I need money for my house of God.
He didn't need the money for kids, he just needed the money to pay rent. For his
God, it was about rent. It's always about rent. It's something to do with housing payments.
Yeah.
Get it together, Jack. Get your credit up, man.
Stop funding your Let's Play.
Fucking crazy.
Get a real job.
Get a real job. No, don't get a real job. Only have Jack Black kind of jobs. Keep the Jack Black job market alive, please, so I can one day fulfill my destiny of going into that line of work. So it be. So can we ever like go back and listen to this?
Oh yeah.
You want to do that?
Like
we got a good solid minute. We got an hour 35 in.
Yeah, we could just end it right here. At least we like get some grub.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So that's I guess
this is it. This is the first installment of
whatever it is.
Of whatever this is.
Yeah.
This is Shining Wizard signing off.
Do you really want to
with El Niño Rato.
Do you really want to go with monikers?
I mean, why not, right?
I guess.
Why not?